It all started 3 months ago in the quiet cul-de-sac of Willow Grove, a gated enclave in the heart of Maplewood, Virginia, where the summer of 2024 turned my life into a suburban thriller. My name's Ethan Caldwell, and I thought I'd seen it all until I caught my neighbor, Linda Grayson, on my porch cam, snatching a package in her neon green tracksuit, her yapping terrier tucked under her arm like a furry accomplice. That package? A sleek wireless headset I'd ordered for my brother's birthday. Gone before I could even open it. The footage was crystal clear, thanks to a recent rain sharpening the lens, showing Linda glancing around like a low-budget spy before waddling off with my delivery. That moment lit a fire in me just to get my stuff back, but to teach her a lesson she'd never forget. Linda had moved into our cul-de-sac 6 months earlier, fresh off what must have been a brutal divorce. She was a one-woman tornado, stirring up trouble with complaints about kids' skateboards, a neighbor's mailbox being half an inch too wide, and even my garden gnome clashing with her vibe. When packages started vanishing marked delivered, but nowhere to be found, I suspected porch pirates. But Willow Grove was too small, too secure. It had to be an inside job. Linda was my prime suspect, and that headset theft confirmed it. Instead of storming her doorstep, I played it smart. I filed a police report, sent the footage to the HOA, and got a generic "we'll look into it" reply. Typical. So, I decided to set a trap. I started leaving decoy packages, old textbooks, a bag of expired granola, even a box of packing peanuts sealed tighter than a bank vault. Like clockwork, they disappeared whenever Linda's SUV was parked. I upped the ante with a package labeled "Live Reptile Food" filled with plastic worms. Gone in 10 minutes. It wasn't about the stuff anymore. It was about her smug, untouchable attitude. I needed something bigger. A friend, Jake, worked at a pest control outfit and owed me for helping him dodge an HOA fine over a rogue compost bin. I asked about something harmless but dramatic. Madagascar hissing cockroaches, he said with a grin. Big, loud, and guaranteed to make anyone scream. Perfect. I didn't mail them, that'd be too obvious. Instead, I placed a clear container of roaches in a foam box outside Linda's fence during her Sunday yoga session in her backyard, complete with a fake flyer thanking her for joining the exotic insect outreach program. My hidden cam caught her sprinting to my porch, hurling the box, and screaming like she'd seen a ghost. The roaches? Unfazed. I returned them to Jake, but Linda wasn't done. She escalated. My trash cans were tipped over. My flowerbed mulch was clawed up. A bag of potting soil was slashed open, dirt spilling like a crime scene. No proof, but I knew it was her. I installed hidden camzone in a fake birdhouse, another under the eaves. Then I caught her at 2:15 a.m., crawling through my hedges with a trowel, burying a jar containing an old HOA complaint she'd filed against me for unapproved fence paint. It was unhinged. She wasn't stealing anymore, she was waging psychological warfare. I had to end it. My cousin, Sarah, works at the city assessor's office and lives for petty drama. I showed her the footage, the jar, the complaints. She spotted a flaw. Linda's HOA filings predated her evidence photos, time-stamped sloppily from her own IP address. Sarah smirked. She's cooked. The next day, Linda got a certified letter from the city, flagging her for fraudulent complaints and threatening HOA expulsion. She stormed my porch, screaming about conspiracies. I sipped my coffee and said, "Linda, I'm just opening the packages you leave me." Shamed her full of trash. She turned purple and vowed revenge. 2 nights later, I heard scratching in my walls. Flashlight in hand, I found 2 raccoons in my crawl, space one pregnant. Only Linda would weaponize wildlife. I called Jake, who set traps, and caught them humanely. The wildlife rescue took them, but I filed a felony report with the city's Environmental Health Division. Officer Daniels, who dealt with Linda's possum fiasco, I forgot to mention I'd once tricked her with a caged possum labeled wildlife rescue, wasn't surprised. If she's tied to this, she's done, he said. I wanted her to know she'd lost. I hired a friend, Mia, who runs a discreet pest control PR firm. We staged a spectacle. A neon van labeled Biohazard Response Unit rolled in, with hazmat-suited workers taping off my house and carrying quarantine cages. Linda saw a dropped clipboard labeled Raccoon Vector Analysis and bolted inside. Neighbors gawked. The HOA panicked. Linda fired back with a letter accusing me of faking a biohazard, mailing it to every neighbor in the local paper. I countered with a 50-page binder of her crimes footage, complaints, the work sent to the HOA, city, and Linda herself. At the emergency HOA meeting, they suspended her privileges and demanded her resignation. She stormed out, her dog leaving a parting gift on the welcome mat. But Linda wasn't done. She stole one last package via decoy labeled Federal Wildlife Research Division with a GPS tracker. Tampering with federal mail is serious, and she fell for it, stashing it in her kitchen. I tipped off Daniels. Cops and a federal agent showed up, retrieving the box from her trash. Linda claimed she found it unattended, but the footage told a different story. 2 days later, a moving truck arrived. Linda left without a word, her dog's head out the window like a surrender flag. A month later, I got a Laterno postmark, just a photo of Linda at a new HOA in Pine Hollow, with a note, "This one won't have lunatics." I shredded it and smiled. My porch was mine again. Kids rode bikes. Neighbors waved. Peace at last. But here's where it gets spicy. Was I too harsh, orchestrated her downfall like that? Should I have just confronted her day one? Or was Linda's reign of terror justification for going full suburban espionage? And what about that raccoon, stunt genius, or unhinged? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button if you're Team Ethan, and subscribe for more wild neighborhood sagas. What would you have done to stop a package-stealing menace like Linda?